Hey guys, welcome back for another HVAC guides video. I'm going to show you what was going on with the furnace I was working on. It basically, the control board kept flashing 4, which that means it's a high limit switch is open, which a high limit switch should normally always be closed. Um, so this is me right here. This is 4 flashes means high limit switch is open. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull both wires off the limit switch, and I'm going to jumper those out. You can do that with a fuse. Right here I'm using a wire that I just stripped both ends of it and just shoved them in the ends. You can also check that limit switch with a meter, check it for continuity, but this is just as easy. So I'm going to try it again here, and you're going to see that right now we should have continuity through that, so it should satisfy the board to say that the high limit switch is closed where it should be, but obviously we're still flashing 4. So what I did is I went out and I got a board, um, and I determined that the board was bad. So this is the new board that I got. Down at the bottom here, you see the thermostat hookups, RCWY in green. You get the 9-pin connector. Is that black um, box right there? And then that red 4-pin connector, that is for your inducer, where that hooks up. And then at the top we have place for humidifier hookup, EAC, line 1, the motor speeds, and then the neutral bar on top there. Um, so that's just a new board. That's just what they look like. Also on the right hand side, there's going to be 3 parks. Whenever a board says park, sometimes it says park, sometimes it says M1 or M2. That just stands for unused motor leads. So if you're not using a speed on the motor, you can actually just put them onto park. They're basically just dummy terminals. Um, so this is me. I sped up the video here. Just me changing it out. When you change out these boards or any electrical parts for that matter, you want to make sure that you do it wire for wire. Don't pull all the wires off and then you have no idea how to put the wires back on, because trust me, you're gonna save yourself a ton of headaches if you just do it wire by by wire. I know that sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people just yank it off and then have no idea how to put it back on. How many calls I go on like that. Um, Also, the little, I guess you can call them clips that clips the board on. The new board comes with clips, and the old board has clips on it. So what I tend to do is, it's a pain in the butt to get the old clips off of the metal housing. So I just pull the new clips out of the new board and reuse the old clips. Um, now the clips are the things in all 4 corners of the boards, the little white pieces. Normally use needle nose pliers to squeeze them together, and then the board should just pull right out of that. Also, for getting the wires off the terminals, needle nose pliers work really good. Um, and sometimes I use straight screwdriver to just pry the wire off the terminal. You just want to be careful not to break the board. Um, Even though it's old, you still don't want to break it, just in case you have to put it back on. Also, something I should have mentioned before, anytime you touch these boards, you want to make sure you ground yourself out. So you want to touch any piece of metal, because if you have any static buildup on you, that could actually damage the board, and then you'd have to get a new board. So this is me hooking up the thermostat wire at the bottom here. It's pretty self-explanatory. Just wired up the same way the old one came off of. So after I get this board all hooked up, you're going to see that it did take care of the problem. The board was saying it was a high limit switch, but that wasn't the case. It was actually the board that was faulted out. So just because your board tells you it has a problem doesn't mean that that is the problem. You still have to do some troubleshooting and determine exactly what it is. So if you guys have this problem, I mean, maybe check that. Um, Check for continuity across the limit switch. Try jumpering it out. Definitely don't let it sit there. Um, don't leave the limit switch jumpered out. Make sure you put it back through the limit switch. Um, and I hope this video helped you. And if you would just like and subscribe. All right, thank you.